Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to the TRWC Tailgate Party. We are back after a little bit of a hiatus. Ray all day was going to Grand Slam, and I was in threat of a hurricane, so we weren't able to make it. But we are back. Everybody's okay on our end, and we're doing good. And how are you?
Great. Good to be back. Missed you guys. Hope you're good. I'm glad you're okay. Knock wood.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Grand Slam was an awesome experience. Really great crowd. So it was enjoyable.
That's great. Well, let's go ahead and get some business done before we get into everything. Make sure you follow the Real Wrestling Community on Facebook. They do a great job giving everybody news and updates, and they also do fun stuff like memes and jokes and things like that as well. So give those guys a like. I usually put up the follow the Real Wrestling Community tag, but due to Hurricane Helene, I'm going to instead put up a link on our tag for a charity that is set up by Cash Wheeler. Actually, they're trying to raise money to help with North Carolina and the surrounding areas that were affected. So if you have $5, $10 to spare, consider giving it to some people who desperately need it. All right, without further ado, let's let the Briscoe brothers get us ready.
There ain't no way, man. Ain't no way y'all could possibly be ready.
You can say you're ready as many times as you want.
That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Y'all boys ain't ready.
There's no way, man.
All right, let's get the show on the road. Christina's here and she is saying hello, hello. Yes, we are all safe and well. Thank you very much. All right, so we're going to start with some news, some bad news and good news. We'll start with the bad news first. Kill Switch, also known as Luchasaurus, was hospitalized over the weekend due to pneumonia. I think his oxygen dropped below 80%, I believe. His fiance found him collapsed on their bedroom floor, I believe, and he was rushed to the hospital. They caught him though in time, but it will take a little over a month for him to fully recover from that pneumonia. And we don't know how long it'll be before he's back. Of course, that doesn't matter. We always want him to be healthy first. So we're sending our thoughts and prayers to Luchasaurus as well.
Amen.
All right. We have some good news, and I'm going to tell you, Ray, that it looks like I'm going to be losing this bet. So I have an AEW merch gift card already in cart waiting for me to hit the button.
I'm waiting.
So, it was reported by Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select that Adam Cole, they are very optimistic that he will be making his return soon. And guess what? Where is the show tonight?
In Florida.
No.
I don't know where.
It is in Pennsylvania, and that is where Adam Cole is from.
That's beautiful.
So,
all right. I can't wait for our new merch.
so we might be seeing a little bit of...
Let's say a prayer, everybody. Let's all take a minute of silence and pray. Dear Adam Cole, I know you hear this. Please come back tonight. I'd be thrilled. They're in Pittsburgh? Oh, no. That's great.
Yes.
Is Baker from there as well?
Huh?
Isn't Britt Baker from there as well?
She is, and she's on the card for tonight.
On the card.
Timothy is here, and he is talking about his kings and queens of AEW, of course, typical. But we're always happy to see you, Timothy, even if you say stuff every once in a while. And Mama Majestic is in the house, so y'all better behave.
Yeah, stay on your P's.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, I want to talk about Grand Slam a little bit and see how you felt about all this. We started out with what I was not expecting to start out with. They started out with a bang, and I thought this was going to close the show, but it didn't. we started with Bryan Danielson versus Nigel McGuinness, and they did this whole "is Bryan Danielson going to show up" type thing. I thought it was weird. Danielson didn't like sell an injury. I mean, he had his neck taped up and everything, but he didn't like work like he was hurt or anything. So I thought that was a little weird. It was a good match though. I enjoyed it. For Nigel's first time in the ring in a one-on-one situation, I thought he did pretty fabo.
Amen. I thought he held his own, put on a good match. I agree. Daniel didn't come across really hurt, like he had the tape on, but I agree with you. He didn't come across like he was legitly hurt, and he was like just trying his best to just muddle through this. Like he looked strong in the match, so I don't know.
Oh, Mama Majestic is in the house, plus Daddy Majestic is in the house too. We got the whole family. Who knows? Brother Majestic might show up at some point too.
Wow, that would be kind of Majestic crazy.
I know. Yeah, it was a good match, and then afterwards, it looks like Christian was teasing a cash-in. I don't know what else to call this. Okay, so we're just gonna call it a cash-in.
We have to call it a cash-in.
Okay. Well, Christian was teasing a cash-in, and then Kip Sabian tiptoed up to him and stole his pin and ran away, and Christian tried to chase him, and he was met with Pac and Claudio Castagnoli, and he decided differently and went the other way. I'm guessing this was to keep Christian from cashing in and to think differently about the situation, because Jon Moxley would rather face Danielson and not Christian for the world title, obviously. This was a creative way to get Christian away from it, to make it look like Moxley is keeping him from the title, but without them actually touching Christian, because we've got both two heel entities right now, and we don't need a clash of them. So this was a really creative way of getting him away from the title without actually touching Christian. I thought it was great.
Yeah, great move, and it kind of makes you get your mind off Christian now, and when eventually he does cash in, no one's going to see it coming.
Right. And I thought using Kip in this role right here was smart and not anybody else, because Kip is kind of a Weasley little dude, so he would be, you can believe that he would be paid off to do something like that, right? So
100%.
Good ideas over there. I can't believe I said that. AEW and good ideas all in the same sentence.
Yeah, that's rare.
Mom, I was kidding. She's saying, I doubt that you're going to see your brother on here. Yes. Papa Majestic and Mama Majestic all in the same place. All right, what is next? Oh, the FTW Championship was retired. Hook won his match against Roderick Strong. They had a nice little moment afterwards. And then Hook walks over to the commentary desk, tells everybody thank you for supporting him and the championship, gives the title back to his dad, and says that the FTW Championship will be retired. I thought that was a nice touch. They were in New York. AEW has too many titles. I thought this was a great idea, they showed respect to Taz in doing so.
Amen. It's in New York. It's his hometown. I agree with you. Have way too many belts. So this kind of streamlines that now. And, Taz is the rightful champion, and give it back to him and retire it. Perfect.
Yep. I thought it was great. We're 2 for 2 over here on AEW. I mean, we're doing great.
Yes. Something tells me something's going to go wrong soon.
Not yet. Not yet. I don't really have anything against anything of what happened on Grand Slam. Well, maybe one thing. There is one thing, and we'll get to that in just a second. But first, we're going to talk about the tag team match. it was for the AEW tag team titles, and it was the Young Bucks versus they're called Aussie Open, aren't they? Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
And this was surprisingly my favorite match of the night. I'm not usually a spotty, flippy person, but even though they did a lot of big moves and everything, it all made sense. They didn't just do moves for the sake of moves. Everything made sense, and it was exciting and fun to watch, all in one neat little package. We had a point where it did look like that Aussie Open was going to take the titles off of the Young Bucks. I was like, are they really doing this right now? And then Don Callis decides to get involved, and he hands Kyle Fletcher a screwdriver, and it looks like he's going to use it, but Will Ospreay stops him, throws the screw, gives the screwdriver to the official, says we're not winning this way, and then the Young Bucks end up hitting them with a title in the head, and they do a BTE trigger on Kyle Fletcher, and they lose. We have been clamoring and clawing and crying and screaming and pleading for something to happen finally between Kyle Fletcher and the Don Callis family and Will Ospreay. It looked like so many times that they were going to start something. If they don't follow up with this, it would be a major mistake. I don't see how they can get out with not addressing this going forward. There's no way, right?
It's impossible. You can't just leave this big elephant in the room. Either Kyle sides with Ospreay and the two of them fight the Callis team.
Mm-hmm.
Guy comes back. He may be out for a long period of time. I don't know. The other big brute that always loses for some reason because he's way too big and strong.
Mm-hmm.
Hobbs. So unless Hobbs comes back soon, and it's
Hobbs has been spotted backstage for several weeks, so I don't know. Maybe that'll happen at some point. I have something else in mind for Hobbs, and we will get to that right now because we had a debut after this, and it wasn't a wrestler; it was a manager. And Tony Schiavone was interviewing Prince Nana on the stage, talking about Swerve and asking how Swerve's doing. Swerve's coming back really soon. MVP comes out, addresses Nana and says, yes, Swerve is the most dangerous man on the roster, but he did lose these two big matches these past 2 months, and I don't blame him. I blame his management. You mismanaged him. Let Swerve know that I'm here when he comes back. So I don't know what MVP has in mind. Is Swerve going to turn? Do you see Swerve turning on Nana, or maybe saying no to Nana? I mean, saying no to MVP, staying with Nana, and then maybe perhaps MVP picks up someone like Will Hobbs, Powerhouse Hobbs, and then it's Hobbs versus Swerve Strickland at some point.
I definitely don't see Swerve flipping, going heel. He's got too much heat. He's too over right now as a face. It took him forever to get there. So now to have him switch back again, I think it'd just be like, it would make no sense.
Flip-floppy?
Yeah, too flip-floppy.
I understand that. And him and Nana together, with Nana doing that little dance when he comes out, is just, right. It's so fun, and the fans love it. I don't see them like breaking that up quite a bit. So it makes sense to maybe tease it though with MVP coming out there and maybe giving Swerve that choice.
100%.
So we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see MVP. Or do you think that maybe he'll bring his old friends along with him, because Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin both are free agents? So
and reportedly they're looking into both of those guys to sign with AEW. So he wants to bring back the original Hurt Business, then all bets are off.
Yeah. And then they can feud with Swerve Strickland for a little while. That would be a lot of fun.
That would be really cool. I'd be into that.
Okay. It's your favorite part. We're just going to go ahead and talk about this.
And now it's time for Tinkle Time with Ray all day.
We had I don't remember, I skipped over the Chris Jericho match, so I don't know exactly what happened, but I heard him say something about him going after Mark Briscoe and the Ring of Honor World Championship, and to that I have to say no.
Girl.
Don't do that to Mark Briscoe.
No.
Don't. Go away.
This was my bathroom break / concession stand break. So I didn't even watch that match because I am not into torture. So I said, oh, this is a good time to do my show live from the arena. It was a live episode of Tinkle Time. And it was food time and merch time. So I said, hey, let's make it a 3-in-1. And by the time it was over, the match was over. I was like, oh, thank God.
Oh, it was only 10 minutes. Well, that's great.
Yeah, it was pretty short. And him calling out Briscoe makes no sense at all.
Well, they've been feuding with a conglomeration forever now.
Champion at one point?
Do what?
Wasn't he Ring of Honor champion before this recently?
Yes.
Yeah, so he doesn't need that belt anymore. Give me a break.
Yeah, Claudio beat Jericho for that title, and then Eddie Kingston beat Claudio for it, and now Mark Briscoe has it.
Exactly. Mark needs to keep it.
I hope he beats Jericho for it too.
Hope he beats the living jeebies out of him.
Yes, we are talking about that right now, Timothy. Baseball playoffs might be affecting Dynamite. We will have to keep that updated. If it's on Tuesday, I don't know. Are you free on Tuesdays, Ray?
Yeah, I'm free on Tuesdays.
All right. Well, we'll keep you updated. We might be moving to Tuesdays next week.
And next week we have to do it on Tuesdays. We'll have to do it on Tuesday. I'm okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. The playoffs start next. The NLCS will start. So yeah, they'll probably interfere with everything. Because I know that AEW is on tonight on TBS.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think next week you may be in trouble.
All right. Well, let's move along quickly. And after that, Willow, Mariah May, and Yuna, I can't remember her last name, had a match. Mariah May, of course, won. Willow Nightingale comes out to confront Mariah May, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then she sucker punches her. Mariah May sucker punches Willow, and then she runs out of the ring. And then Mira Shirakawa comes out. She's looking confused. Mariah thinks that Mina, I don't know what her name is. Shirakawa, somebody. She's celebrating with her friend, but her friend looks confused and she's not so sure about what's going on. And this might be working up to a tag team match at some point with Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa is her name. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa versus Yuna and Willow Nightingale at some point, and then that'll keep working on towards maybe Mina versus Mariah.
Yeah, that
Blah, 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 with all these names.
Mariah, Nina, Pina, Santa Maria.
Somebody.
Exactly. Do you see Willow taking the belt at some point?
Maybe eventually, but not soon.
I don't see it. I really don't. I feel like Willow is a good champion. Willow's a good wrestler, but I don't think
I think ultimately she could be a good contender to take the title off of Mariah May, but not yet. We need to keep building Mariah May as a unstoppable heel champion.
100%.
And of course, Toni Storm is still kind of lurking in the shadows too. We never know when she's going to show her face again. All right. After that, we had Jon Moxley versus Darby Allin for a shot at Bryan Danielson, and poor Darby Allin, he got killed.
Poor Darby got destroyed again. That was ugly.
And after the match, the rest of his little crew came in, was trying to kill Darby some more if it wasn't. And Bryan Danielson came out, and he started choking Jon Moxley, and then Marina Shafir tried to stop him, and then the rest of them came in, and then of all people, Private Party and Commander comes out there to help Bryan Danielson.
Because they're both main eventers.
Why?
Ugh.
I mean, I like Private Party, and I think that they should build them up more. The crowd loves them.
Yeah.
They haven't featured them on television enough to make people watching at home really care about them. So I was like, this is awkward.
Very weird.
That don't make
And
no sense.
I don't get it. It was weird. I don't know. Why didn't they bring FTR out? That would have made way more sense.
I don't know either.
Like, wow. Maybe because they broke Isaiah's hand and they beat up Commander. So that was their retribution, but could have picked
I don't know.
Like
I don't watch like Collision or anything, so I don't know what's been going on over there.
like a couple
It
of
was
weeks
on Dynamite. Oh, okay.
they attacked Isaiah.
Okay. Well, okay, it makes more sense now. I thought it was awkward.
It was still didn't make any sense. You could have picked another time for this. But whatever.
Timothy, you're going to cause problems.
Ugh. Ugh.
Listen.
Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! Don't fight me!
Look, I wouldn't even do that to the Mets, and I hate the Mets.
Exactly.
And Ray All Day wouldn't do that to the Braves, even though he hates the Braves.
Exactly. I don't hate anybody that much.
Okay, well, we can actually talk about tonight now. We'll talk about this match. This is going to have a whole lot of chaos in the ring, but I'm kind of here for it. I don't know what they're doing here, but this looks fun. Hangman Adam Page versus Juice Robinson. I'm guessing something has happened between these two, and I'm all right with it.
Yeah, he beat up Juice last week, I believe, on one of those shows. Tim can tell us because he knows the lowdown.
Okay. Maybe I need to start watching Collision.
Yeah, I need to start watching them because I miss all this stuff. Like I miss all the buildup.
Right.
Dynamite happens, the main show happens, and I'm like, Hangman versus Juice, why? And then my friends who are like, Tim, watch the other two shows. Like, oh, because of this happened on this show. I'm like, what? When was that?
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, okay, now it makes sense. So I don't know. Supposedly there was some altercation on one of those shows, and both of you and I both keep missing. So
yes, it's really hard, ladies and gentlemen, to watch everything. You know, I mean, WWE alone has Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, and then their pay-per-views, right? And if you want to add speed to that and all that other kind of stuff. And then AEW has Dynamite, Rampage, Collision, Battle of the Belts, and all of their pay-per-views. And then, you know, if you want to be a little bit more broader, there's TNA. And, there's also Ring of Honor over there on the AEW side as well. And then there's TNA. And then there's MLW and CZW. And maybe you go to a local show down the street as well. I mean, there's a lot to keep up with. So some stuff falls through the cracks.
it's just too hard. It's too hard. And then there's always TNA.
Uh-huh. I was going to go to that TNA show too.
Yeah, I thought you were too.
But they got canceled.
Yep.
Oh.
So Timmy just verified there was an altercation on Collision. Okay.
Okay.
Great match, though. It's gonna be a good fight. I love Juice.
Well, we have the returning Dr. Britt Baker. She will returning in her hometown, and she is facing Serena Deeb. It's really weird because since All In, when she lost to Mercedes Moné, they were acting like Britt Baker didn't exist. They didn't mention her name at all. 0 times. It's like she disappeared from history, and then all of a sudden they're in Pittsburgh, so she comes back.
Yeah, that's just like, what? Because you need a Pittsburgh pop? I don't know.
I mean, I know Britt Baker has been button heads with almost everybody, and a lot of people. I heard that this is rumors that she has just been unhinged lately. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but if there is, I hope she's calmed down and we can move on because I like her as a talent.
I do too.
So hope.
I believe it or not.
We need to watch Collision, right? We're gonna have to watch Collision.
We'll do rock, paper, scissors every week, and one of us has to watch it.
Okay, we'll do that.
We'll do that. 2 out of 3, though. That's got to be 2 out of 3. No one-offs. No. That's not fair.
They're doing all the build-up on Collision, and then we're like, what is this?
I'm like, huh? Really? Oh.
Oh, okay. Now it makes sense.
Oh, okay. So there is a storyline to this. I'm just missing it.
Maybe, I don't know. Timothy it makes Timothy feel important. He gets to tell us everything.
Yeah, let me just be our Collision correspondent.
Yes. He's our reporter on the ground. Okay, Timothy, this week, what happened on Collision?
Please give us a full scoop because we never watch it. So I need to know.
And next week is Collision and Battle of the Belts.
Oh, so I definitely need a full rundown on that.
Wait, but next week is Wrestle Dream too. So they expect you to watch Dynamite, Rampage, Collision, Battle of the Belts, and Wrestle Dream.
Oh, give me a break.
No.
No.
Yeah, Christine says that Collision has a lot on their shows.
I believe it. I got to start watching it at some point. I just don't have time.
I know. The weekends are not easy sometimes.
Tough.
Okay. So we have the AEW International Championship on the line. Will Ospreay versus Ricochet. This could have had a 2-month build-up and meant something. That's all I'm going to say.
So I have no comment. This is horrible. I love Ricochet. I love Will Ospreay.
Unless they're using this as a gateway to plug in the Kyle Fletcher heel turn-ish.
Yeah. And then
it's okay. But unless that happens, then I don't know.
I don't see Will losing. And
I mean, because this was a shoe-in storyline when Ricochet got signed. And they could have, he said, okay, when he came in and he confronted Will Ospreay, he says, I'm going to get a couple wins under my belt and then I will see you. Mm-hmm. Well, 2 matches in 2 weeks ain't enough, okay? Get a month of matches under his belt, get him established with the audience, and then start building a story with Ospreay, and then we could have something substantial.
Amen. And these aren't 2 dominant wins. He's winning, but he's taking some lumps.
He's winning against people like Hologram. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Have him get in there and beat Roddy Strong or Kyle O'Reilly or something like that.
Somebody of some note. Beat Lance Archer.
Y'all missed that strap match on Collision. That was amazing. Plus the King Okada versus Sammy Guevara. I'm sure that was fine.
Sure, it was excellent. I'm sure Sammy lost.
Okay, now we get to go in crazy conspiracy mode once again. We're going to be like that dude on The Office. Now
Love it. Great show.
Okay, it's title versus title, but only in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So 20 minutes and 1 second, all bets are off.
Okay, Okada's title, the Continental Classic title, is only on the line for the first 20 minutes, but Bryan Danielson's AEW World Championship is on the line for the entire match.
Plus all next week. I gotcha.
Yes. Well, actually, kind of, because we'll be facing Jon Moxley next week at Wrestle.
Exactly. So it's basically on the line for a week. So he sees him in the grocery store, can hit him with a can of milk and knock him out and take the belt.
Let's go.
Let's go. Sees him in the gas station, chokes him in one of those pumps, and it takes him out. But Okada, 20 minutes, 1 second, all bets are off.
Why are we doing this? It's obvious that Bryan Danielson is only trying to go after Jon Moxley right now. Why are they trying to distract him with other people?
And why this is the oddest stipulation I've ever seen in my life. 20 minutes, my belt's on the line, but your belt's on the line for the entire match. I've never heard of that weird stipulation. Whoever booked and wrote this match should write in the corner, I will never book dumb matches again 100 times on the blackboard. This is brutal. This makes absolutely... I've never heard of that weird stipulation.
No. And I looked online, and even the AEW fans don't like it.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
And that's saying something, because they will defend AEW in almost everything that they do, except for this. And they're like, that's stupid. And I'm like, did you just say that AEW did something stupid? It must be like brain rot.
Like, is it 95 degrees in October? I'm like, something's wrong.
It's 85 here.
Wow. It's like 55 here in New York. It's freezing.
Yeah. That's January for us.
Oh, okay. We have a while. January is like 3 feet of snow. This is weird. This makes no sense. So you know what's going to happen? He's going to beat him in 21 minutes or something.
He's going to beat him in, 21 minutes. Exactly.
Yes. So if anybody's watching, if it's 18, 19 minutes and you have to run to the bathroom real quick, don't worry. Nothing's going to happen. You still have 3 minutes before anything bad's going to happen. Anybody gets pinned.
I mean, if they don't want Okada to lose his title, number one, you could just not do the match at all. Big shocker. Or if you insist on having this match, because it is their anniversary show, so they want to do something big. Okay, I get it. Whatever. But you could also have Okada not even put on his title on the line at all. 0. Just Danielson's.
It's not like it's happened before. 1 title's on the line, 2 champions. Like, it's happened before. I don't understand.
I am so sorry, Timothy, to burst your hopes and to shatter your dreams, but Okada does not have a chance.
No chance.
He has a 2% chance of winning.
Yes, and we're not talking about milk.
He has a, you know what? Ray says he has skim milk chance of winning.
Yeah.
I say he has a 2% chance of winning.
Yes, I say he has skim milk chance.
He wants payback on Danielson.
For what? Was that another collision thing?
They had a match like a year ago.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's going to be a good match.
Unless that's something that happened on Collision again and we didn't.
Spoiler, I keep missing these collision things. Man, is Collision that good? Christine, tell me. I don't know. Am I missing something?
Maybe.
I got to start moving things around. I'm like, wow.
Well, despite the confusing stipulations and some of the head-scratching decisions as far as booking is concerned, overall, it doesn't look that bad. I would say just from just from an overall perspective, it looks like a B plus A minus show.
I'm gonna go with A minus because at least there's talent fighting.
Yes.
Hopefully, hold on. There's no stupid tree. So there's no tree. A minus. There's a tree. It goes down to a B plus.
Okay. Well, you heard it here, folks, and we will see if Adam Cole Bebe shows up tonight. Then I will be locking in an AEW gift card and sending it over to Ray Allday's email account, and he can pick out what he likes.
I will be very happy. I will be very thrilled, and I will take a picture of my new merch once I get it.
All righty.
I'll wear it on the show.
Everybody, that's the show. We have a lot of fun things to look forward to tonight. And we will keep you updated if we are, in fact, going to have to move to Tuesday next week. So we'll see about that. And but otherwise, we'll see y'all. Bye.
Thanks for watching.